Dueling Dialogues is brought to you by our affiliates at IX Web Hosting. Click the banner on the rightleftchronicles.com to get up to 40% off your first year of the best hosting on the planet. Today's episode of Dueling Dialogue is brought to you by Saucy Eva. GMA's marinade is coming soon to a plate near you to gourmetize your meats and proteins. Coming to you from that once-forgotten artery that pulses through the center of the continental United States and into the heart of the Ozarks, Grace Matthews. Looking in from the northern border, our Canadian friend, along with his countrymen feeling the effects of U.S. political issues, Connor Murphy.
Welcome to Dueling Dialogues, episode 44. I'm Connor Murphy here with Grace Matthews. Hi, Grace. How you doing today?
Well, I'm doing great, but I'm a little mad at Chuck Schumer.
Oh, really?
Every day I make my salad at 11 o'clock and I want to watch the news. So I'm kind of primed for, what we do.
Right.
I sit down with my big bowl of salad and who interrupts the news but Chuck Schumer? And he just rattles on and on and on and says nothing. Nothing. He said he didn't go to a meeting with the president because nothing would happen. How the hell does he know?
Yeah, well, of course nothing's gonna happen. He didn't go.
Exactly. Him and Pelosi didn't go. How childish can you get? Most of us have to do our job. And sometimes our job means that we have to do something we don't like to do.
Exactly.
But Chuck doesn't want to be inconvenienced or uncomfortable.
The poor boy.
Bless his pea-picking heart. So what about you? How are you?
I'm really sore today. Did a good workout yesterday with a photo shoot, so I'm real sore. I feel alive.
I saw a sneak peek. You and Helena did a fabulous job.
Yeah, it was fun, and the model Darcy did a great job. It was a good long day, but well rewarding.
Fabulous. I can't wait to see more from it.
Good. Yeah, I can't wait to see some of the touch-ups and things like that. So what are we talking about today?
Well, we're going to update everybody on the sexual harassers.
Oh, yes, and it just keeps happening.
Yeah, now these would be the ones that have been accused since Harvey Weinstein.
Okay.
Because that really started the ball rolling. I mean, there's the whole O'Reilly deal, but really the Harvey Weinstein opened up the floodgate, Right. And one of the most disappointing, in my opinion, is Charlie Rose.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Rose is accused now by 9 people. Charlie was a veteran journalist, and I say was because he lost all of his jobs at PBS, CBS, and Bloomberg. He's 75 years old. What a way to end a stellar journalistic career. Very sad. Very sad. He's walking around naked in front of young girls. I mean, Glenn Thrush, who is not so old. Glenn was the political journalist for the New York Times. He was recently let go and because 4 people have accused him of sexual harassment.
Wow. The
actor, Jeffrey Tambor, he portrayed a transgender woman in Transparent. He has 2 accusers.
Wow. This just keeps coming.
It does. And, of course, Al Franken, Senator and former comedian Al Franken, the Democrat from Minnesota, now has 4 accusers.
Okay.
He has not stepped down. Word has it that the Ethics Committee is going to look into it. I don't think that the Democrats are going to be too attached from him because they're sure to get another Democrat out of that district. He has been he hasn't done that much as a senator, so I don't know how much they're going to go to bat for him.
Right.
Matt Zimmerman, Vice President of Booking for NBC, one of the big talent bookers for the Today Show. Yeah. Well, he actually works for the Today Show on NBC.
So he's a producer.
So he books talent. He has had more than one accuser, is what NBC is saying. Andrew Kreisberg. He is a CW executive producer of several shows. He has 19 accusers now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. If you got 19, you're probably guilty, I think that all these guys deserve a fair shake. But if you've got people from all walks of life that don't know each other, and you've got, more than two,
Yeah.
I do think you're toast. I think you're probably guilty. Some of these guys with one or two, that could be, that needs to be looked into further. Although many of these guys have lost their jobs over one.
Right.
Comedian and actor Louis C.K. stands accused by 5. A lot of people are very disappointed, and he's a couple of shows that were out of production have been stopped.
Wow.
They're not going to be aired because of
him.
So his involvement. So I don't know how they can afford to do that, but these are new times. Things are different. In the old days, they still would have aired it, because they had so much money wrapped up in it. This one's very disappointing because I have really loved him. I used to have a crush on him. Actor Steven Seagal has been accused by 3 people.
Wow. That is surprising. I haven't heard that one yet.
Oh my gosh, I liked him a lot. Gossip Girl's actor Ed Westwick is accused by 2. Director Brett Ratner is accused by 7.
Whoa.
Actor Dustin Hoffman has 2 accusers.
Now that is surprising. I didn't know that one either.
Absolutely surprising and disappointing. Actor Jeremy Piven has several accusers.
Several. No number there? Just so many they can't count.
I mean, I think when they say several, they're getting up there, okay?
Okay.
NPR news chief Michael Oreskes has 8 accusers. Kevin Spacey is at many.
Many. Too high to count. Way
Very
to go,
many.
Spacey.
I also think, too, because he has Latin America and he has a whole lot over in the UK, so where he worked at the theater.
Wow.
So at one point there were like 20 from the theater in the UK. So I can't even tally how many he has, but I think he's probably getting in that somewhere between 30 and 50 range.
He was a busy dude.
He was, very much so. Another news guy, NBC News senior political analyst Mark Halperin has at least 12 accusers. Now, Mark Halperin also worked for ABC previously, so some of those accusers are from his time at ABC. And former President George H.W. Bush now has 7 accusers that have come forward.
Wow. So that list has really grown.
It has, and I'm shocked by that. He's 94. I mean, of course, I'm pretty sure he did most of this when he was younger, but at least one of them said he had done it since he's been in a wheelchair. I sort of would give him a break, because what if he's suffering from some sort of Alzheimer's or some sort of dementia?
Or maybe he just likes grabbing out of a wheelchair.
Or maybe, okay.
Or maybe.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. So
Okay. Photographer Terry Richardson has many, and I have a feeling that's a many.
Yeah, from what I read, that's a many.
Yeah, so who knows where that will end. Literary critic and former editor of many magazines, popular magazines like The Atlantic, etc., Leon Wieseltier has many accusers also.
Okay, wow.
So, and here's the winner. I should have saved the winner till the end, but, we might as well go with it. Hollywood writer and director James Toback has at least 238 accusers.
Wow.
I mean, that's an obsessive problem. I mean, that definitely needs to go to a sex clinic.
Wow. I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah,
Dumbfounded.
yeah. My guess is there's some sex addiction there, but I'm just guessing. I'm not trying to diagnose.
Holy smoke.
It could be about the same for celebrity chef John Besh has many. He's on that many list.
Right. Ouch.
Harvey's brother Bob Weinstein has 1 accuser of his own.
Huh. Okay.
And director Oliver Stone has 1, and I'm saying +1 because I know that Melissa Gilbert is coming forward today to accuse him. So that would put him at 2. Oliver Stone has certainly, I sure hope that this doesn't become a thing for him because he's really produced some amazing movies.
Yeah, I hadn't
brilliant.
I hadn't heard him either, actually.
Yeah.
So this is a surprising list to me.
Yeah. The Amazon Studios director, Roy Price, has 1 accuser.
Okay.
Actor Ben Affleck has 2.
No, I haven't heard that one either.
He's pretty young, you know. I mean, I don't know if that's going to toast his career or not. Harvey Weinstein is up to more than 80.
Wow.
That rounds out the list. But,
The list?
well, you know, the thing is, though, I think what we all need to be aware of is that a certain type of personality gravitates towards news, Hollywood, politics.
Right.
So you have a higher concentration in those professions. I personally think that lawyers probably would be high in this list if we had them in the list. But it gives them a forum. It's a kind of power that they crave. It's probably, again, sort of like a rapist. It's not really the sex they crave as much as the power. Right. Of course, the guy on 238, I don't know. I wonder if he has a sexual undertone. But who knows? Bill Clinton was very habitual. And in fact, Linda Tripp, the famous ouster that befriended Monica Lewinsky, remember she taped the phone calls? Right. They went through the whole deal because I think she was in New Jersey and it's kind of illegal to tape a phone call in New Jersey. And so they weren't sure whether they were going to be able to use it. But ultimately, she is the one that ousted the president for his activities with Monica Lewinsky. Because remember, Monica never believed she was a victim. Right. She was a willing party to whatever it was they did.
Whatever.
Anyway, Linda Tripp recently interviewed with a Weekly Standard, and she said even the housekeeping staff was afraid to bend over in his presence. She called him, and I think this is an interesting way of putting it, a predator by pattern.
Huh.
Meaning, you know, he did the same thing over and over again. And, you know, he went for all types. I read, I don't know, previously that, you know, he wasn't really all that particular, didn't have to be a certain body type or a certain look or a certain age.
Right.
He just had an appetite and, like she said, a pattern.
Yeah, so he would a rock pile if it had a snake in it?
I will leave that to your imagination.
Oh, sorry about that. There's just going to be a lot of beeps in today's show.
Absolutely. And just a little update on General Flynn. His lawyers are meeting with some members of the special counsel today.
Oh.
Could that mean a deal is going down? I still say a deal's going to go down. It's going to have to do with Turkey, not Russia, and it's going to be to save his son.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right there.
I don't think it's going to have a darn thing to do with the president.
I don't either.
So, now here's an interesting topic that just has had me thinking. You know, we reported that Jeff Bezos is now the richest man in the country.
Right.
Or the world, the world. But is Jeff Bezos and Amazon too big? We're talking about monopolies. You know, capitalism requires companies stay in a position that keeps them competitive.
Right.
Think about Amazon, the shopping. You know, how many people or how many little companies has Amazon put out of business?
Yeah, for sure.
How much information is stored on the cloud, the Amazon cloud?
Yeah, everybody's probably got information, you know. Yeah, everyone.
What about Alexa? Yeah. Alexa outsold all of Apple.
Yeah.
This is in this past year. They have a publishing company. They have a studio. They have a Washington Post, and Trump does not like him.
Huh.
Do you think that that's going to be on his agenda to break up Amazon into small companies before he leaves office?
Interesting thought.
I
Interesting.
predict, yes, absolutely, totally.
We had the Black Friday thing on Friday and Cyber Monday and all that. And
Oh, yeah.
Bezos sent me a couple emails,
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays your computer, your phone, everything's always listening. A lot of the apps will try to customize ads to your likings. So I mean, this weekend is the big one, the big retail weekend. So every list that you're subscribed to, it's going to come through. You're going to get emails. And yeah, this weekend, the spam was unbelievable. But, it was pretty interesting when I started to look at what Amazon had picked for me to market to me.
Sure.
Okay. So first of all, an espresso machine.
Good.
Yeah, I like coffee. So it knows me pretty well there. An oven, a convection oven, which cool. I like cooking, right? So
Absolutely.
And then I'm a guy, so tools. You can show me any kind of tools, and I'd want one or two or whatever. Headphones. I can kind of use a new set of headphones. Toothbrush. I mean, we've talked about toothbrushes before.
Absolutely. My crazy toothbrush, the sonic thing.
Yeah. So that knocked the rust off your brain when you used it.
Absolutely. That first week I was using it. I thought I was going to need Valium, but I have gotten used to it. I will say that.
Okay. So, and then there's a few things that are just, you can just say they're Canadians, your jeans, your socks, boots. If you're from Newfoundland, boots. Also a hoodie, and if you're from Saskatchewan, then you call it a bunny hug, so those are all normal things. But then I scrolled down and it had a baby carrier and a DNA test.
Oh my goodness. What have you been up to?
Well, it's not what have I been up to. It's what does Amazon think I'm going to get into this year?
You're thinking it's like a prognostication.
Yeah. If they
okay.
could predict what I want in an email, where are they predicting I'm going here? Bezos, come on, get back to me, buddy. Let me know where that bottom two in the list are coming from. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, I call it the Amazon.
Yeah, well, like I said, when Target first came out with that software, they actually said this software will possibly know you're pregnant before you do.
Yeah, and I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. Oh man, but that's how he makes all the money. And I will tell you this, I did not think the deals were as great as last year.
Right.
I mean, that I got in the email. I certainly do not go out to stores on Black Friday. I mean, that's just not me. But I opened up a couple of the Amazon emails, and last year I bought a few things. I don't think that the prices were dynamic. And actually, I was in the market for a TV.
Wow.
I didn't see anything that was that great. I mean, in the ads that they put out on Thanksgiving Day, there was one at Best Buy. They had 6 in the store, but you couldn't buy it online. Well, I'm not interested. I'm not going to go stand in line and not get one. 6, I mean, there's at least 6 people that will be standing in front of me, I guarantee you.
Exactly.
So that's just not me. Last year, and it may just be that I don't really want anything. I don't know, except a TV. And if I have to wait till Super Bowl time to get a deal, I will.
Wow.
We actually have other TVs. It's not like that.
Right.
But I don't know. I wasn't all that impressed.
I didn't really see any deals that were crazy either, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. So, like last year, I bought my little hand vac for $20, and it normally sells for like $60.
Right.
I thought that. I mean, I jumped
There's
on
a
that.
deal.
Yeah, that's a deal. And I bought a couple things like that. This year, I saw nothing like that. But you know what? They didn't do it because they beat last year's number all to hell. They had a great day. They didn't need better deals.
Yeah, obviously.
So my loss. They did just fine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think perhaps much to the chagrin of others, the Midwest might be gaining a voice.
Oh.
Meredith Corporation, based in Des Moines, which, might I remind everyone, is in the Midwestern part of the country. It is best known for its Midwestern, and might I add, money-making publications, Family Circle, Better Homes and Gardens.
Okay.
Well, they've joined with the Koch brothers, the conservative, billionaires that have certainly put a lot of money towards conservative and Republican causes, and Trump not being one of them. Nevertheless, they have come up with a $2.8 billion deal, and they have bought the Manhattan-based Troubled Time Inc.
Whoa.
Yes, the Time that is left of left, okay? Which also includes People Magazine, Fortune, Sports Illustrated, and Entertainment Weekly. This takeover promises to shake, rattle, and roll the employees, their salaries, and possibly the real estate they inhabit near Battery Park in Manhattan.
Wow, this could be huge.
Oh, yeah. The Meredith Company says they intend to make them run for about $500 million less per year than they're costing right now. Meredith normally pays its editors and writers about half of what Time does, and they intend to take them down a notch or two. But what's most interest to me is where that left-leaning propaganda will end.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, are they going to be more center? Are they going to remain left because that's what they've done for so many years? Or are they going to come right? With the Koch brothers involved, I can almost promise you they come right.
It'll be really interesting to see how that plays out in the next little bit.
Probably the most interesting news of the day.
Yeah.
Of course, it gets buried by other things a little bit, but I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
And I hope that some more middle organizations buy more publications like newspapers, magazines.
Yeah. Well, we are in an incredible imbalance right now. I mean, we're way to the left, toppling the apple cart.
Absolutely. And I think this will be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, for a little news.
Okay.
The darling Prince Harry and an American actress, Meghan Markle, are now engaged to be married. They will get married in May of 2018 at Windsor Castle.
That's really cute.
There's a lot of interesting things here. I don't know if you remember when Prince Charles was marrying Lady Diana. You know, they had to get tests to make sure she was a virgin, get blood tests, make sure she was royal. Now, I understand Prince Harry is the fifth in line to the throne. But none of that here. She's been married before. A lot of people have brought up the fact that she is part African American. She is an American. They clearly have been, staying together, living together.
Right.
Things have softened up.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
Has softened in her old age. But she's darling. It will be, kind of nice to have the Brits and the Americans with a sort of marital alliance.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Now, Chuck Schumer made me mad earlier, but I will tell you that for probably the only time in my life, I actually agree with him. According to Senator Chuck Schumer, the home DNA testing companies can and are likely selling their customers' DNA to a third party. Perhaps we need to regulate it. First of all, I think it's a bad idea. Okay? I have adopted kids. You do not always need to know where your long-lost family is, and it's not like in the commercials. It can be extremely damaging to find out people you're related to. I really complained when NBC had a show that was supposed to discover long-lost relatives, and it doesn't always go well. In fact, it can be quite dangerous. Wow. So I'm not a fan anyway, but for them to sell off your DNA, come on. We either need to regulate it or, don't do it. Don't do that DNA thing. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, that's pretty disturbing.
Yeah. Well, not surprising, but Hawaii has reactivated its attack warning sirens.
Oh.
The Rocket Man may very well now have reached full nuclear capability. He intends to, I quote, sink America obliterate heinous gangsters in the U.S., and bring, quote, nuclear clouds to Japan. He also called Japan's prime minister a headless chicken. My God, he's such a poet.
Wow.
But he also fired off a ballistic missile this morning.
Yeah, I was just seeing that in the news before we started recording here today. The crazy man continues.
Yeah, he does. And he seems to be crazier by the moment. In fact, there is a ship that the Japanese found out in the waters there near North Korea and Japan. And they're calling it a ghost ship. It has all these people dead on board. They believe it is defectors. And it seems to me that we are hearing about more and more defectors from North Korea than we have heard about in the past. Now, It could just be because he's in the news, but I think people are trying to get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that the people there have been oppressed for very, very long time.
Yeah, and they're getting nuclear radiation poisoning.
Yeah.
There's starting to be birth defects. The sanctions have them cut off of food and other essentials. I mean, they surely don't have medicine.
Well, the soldier that just ran across the DMZ zone there was full of parasites, apparently.
Oh, yeah, tapeworms and all sorts of it was god-awful.
Yeah, poor guy. But he made it.
He did.
He's a survivor.
It sounds like he's going to recover. And he had, 5 bullets in him?
Yeah, 4 or 5. Yeah, something like that.
This is crazy because it's just crazy. A couple of campaign staffers at a Roy Moore campaign event pushed Fox News cameras away. The ordeal turned into a skirmish. I would think Roy Moore would want Fox News there.
Yeah.
I mean, they've probably been a little less critical of him than any other news outlet. So that sort of has me going, what?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. I'm scratching my head here going, what?
Yeah. So,
well, interesting.
Yeah. MSNBC's Joy Reid calls rural Americans a core threat. Now, rural America to her is anything in the middle of the country that's not an urban coastal mecca, okay? In a tweet, she said that the rural minority will always have a disproportionate power over the urban majority. How does she think that Obama got elected, if that were true?
Another head scratcher here.
I mean, did these people not have the sense God gave a goose?
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I mean, if that was true, he wouldn't have been elected once, let alone twice.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. We can definitely agree there.
Yeah, and we don't always agree, but life's a journey and we're all in this together. Remember, do not become a victim. #nobody's victim. Thanks for listening. Godspeed, Connor, and Godspeed to all of our friends out there.
Godspeed, Grace, and everybody, thanks for listening.
Dueling Dialogues is brought to you by our affiliates at IX Web Hosting. Click the banner on the rightleftchronicles.com to get up to 40% off your first year of the best hosting on the planet. Today's episode of Dueling Dialogue is brought to you by Saucy Eva. GMA's marinade is coming soon to a plate near you to gourmetize your meats and proteins.